Welcome everybody to today's live. Great to see everybody here in the chat. Hey Sharon, welcome to your angel messages here. I have the title on the thumbnail, Profits Coming, which makes it sound like a financial video, but we are going to go into some great detail with angel messages for this live. This is the Monday live I do every week that goes into a lot greater detail with the angel messages. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm Devin Dewar. I'm an angel intuitive and spiritual teacher, and I love empowering you to deepen your connection with the angels. If you felt called to click on this video, there are messages for you. Your spiritual team is that efficient and amazing. So we're going to be going into several of the messages for you, but I also want to answer your questions at the end. So please make sure to stay tuned to the end for a bonus message for you and any questions that I can answer for you about connecting with your angels, about using your intuitive abilities. I have an angel number series as well that I can answer questions about here if you'd like me to. Now, these are not going to be personal reading messages. These are going to be questions that can benefit the collective. So any questions you have, though, in those broader terms, please feel free to put them in the chat below, because we will dive into these messages here in just a moment. But I want to be able to answer your questions at the end. That's what's been so fun to do these lives. I used to pre-record these messages and just upload them. And it's like, why not just do it live and chat with you here? Hey, Truth or Fears, good to see you again. Hello, Michelle, good to see you. So yeah, make sure you put any questions you have in the chat. Just make sure they are questions that will benefit everybody, not personal readings. And let's talk a little bit about this energy coming up here. So this is an intense energy we've all been dealing with lately. And I do have a fun, kind of a surprise. Maybe if you were at my journal with me, you already know tomorrow my friend Justin Speller will be live with me here on this channel. We're going to be talking about the election energy and the power of divine energy in the Constitution. He has some great insights on that I'm going to be asking him about. And we always just have a lot of fun talking together about ways to navigate this energy. So I hope you will join me. It's already scheduled on my channel. All you have to do is hit the notify me button, so it'll let you know when we go live. In fact, that's a new thing I'm trying to do with all my videos, is as soon as I can, I get them scheduled so that you can hit the notify me button and make sure you're notified when I go live. But I also have been doing my 30-day journal with me challenge. So those of you in the chat that have joined me, thank you so much. It's so fun. Today was day 4. It's a self-imposed challenge to help you connect with your angels, but also show you what I do every day. This is just me getting on there. It's kind of like a study with me video too, because we're just journaling together. But I do share angel messages and we do affirmations, and it's a great way to start off the day. And we'll go into that a little bit more later if you have any questions. But I definitely, hi Leanne, good to see you. I definitely want to jump into these angel messages before it gets any longer. So those of you who are here for that part, know that your spiritual team is so efficient. They knew you were going to click on this video. Now, I do always say a prayer of protection, asking that I only connect with the highest vibrational beings. And on Friday, I released my prayer of protection as 3 options for phone wallpapers. That will be linked below as well. I'm not sure if I linked it to this video, but I will add that later if you didn't get it already. But I do always say that prayer of protection, asking that I only connect with the highest vibrational beings. So if you would like to have that prayer for yourself, you can go check that out as well. As soon as we get off the air, I will make sure it is in the comment section below. But yes, we want to go into these angel messages here talking about profits. Now, when they talk about profits, a lot of times, hi Linda, good to see you. A lot of times it could be what is profitable for your spiritual growth, for your emotional growth, right? For you feeling safe at home. So quick reminder here that the angels always want you to think about these 3 areas of your life: your health and fitness, your finances and career, and of course your relationships. This could be romantic, this could be children, parent, whatever, boss, colleague. So think about those 3 areas as you're listening to these messages to see what resonates with you, because this is a general message, but your team did know you would be here. So you can kind of pull that together with what comes up for you as you hear these messages. And of course, make sure to stay tuned to the end for your bonus message, a journaling prompt, and we will be doing pocket affirmations throughout this video to affirm this energy. So actually, speaking of pocket affirmation, let's get started with the following pocket affirmation. If you would like to write it in the comments below this message to affirm this guidance that you are here for, I trust divine timing. If you want to write that in the comments below this video, I trust divine timing to affirm that you are here in the time you are meant to be here to hear these messages. And also, you will get clarity on that as we go deeper into this, because I do customize these pocket affirmations based on the guidance that was coming through when I sat with the angels before I came live. So this is a little different than like what I'm doing in the journal with me, where I'm giving the angel messages as I pull the cards. I sit down with the angels ahead of time. I kind of come out with an outline of the messages that they are showing me to share with you. And then I do these pocket affirmations and journaling prompts to support it. Because one of the big questions I get is, well, you know, I love all those positive messages from the angels, but now what? Now what do I do? So I want to give you these journaling prompts to help you with that. And also, I would love to answer any questions you have towards the end before we get to the bonus message, just to make sure that if you need to know anything else about connecting with your angels or anything else I've discussed on this channel, I can answer them for you. So the very first thing coming up in the messages for all of you is that there's a lot going on kind of behind the scenes right now. You might have a plan that needs to be revised because it's not the right time to take action. So what's coming up for you? Do you have some plans for travel, for a project, to go to an event that maybe it's not the right time to do because there's something else going on? So this could be a situation where you know, maybe you are thinking about asking somebody to collaborate with you, but maybe you don't realize they're going through something in their personal life that might affect their ability to show up for you. That's one coming through for me. So pay attention to your intuition when you think about things that are in your current plans. Like this could be plans for a project, plans for remodeling something in your home, plans to make a purchase. There's something around that the angels want you to recognize divine timing with. So that's why we had that custom affirmation as soon as we began. I trust divine timing to allow this to unfold in the way that will be in your highest interest, which is what we always want ultimately. Hi, Infinitely Blessed. Good to see you here. So the big challenge that we may face with having to find the right divine time to act on something is the fact that we may be facing other people who have traditional viewpoints or old ways of doing things that don't align with the way we want to do things. So the example might be maybe you're wanting to start a new project that really does allow you to connect with your angels and bring in your spiritual work into your daily work. And maybe your colleague just has a different viewpoint than you. And you may not even realize that in some way they're actually slowing the project down and dragging their heels because they're not on the same page with you. So that is something I'm getting, is that if there's something that is not flowing for you in your life, there's likely a disagreement about a viewpoint or a belief system that's blocking you, and it might not be the right collaboration or partnership for you. I see this a lot in romantic relationships too, where the more the couple gets to know each other, the more they realize they have differing beliefs. Maybe it's differing spiritual beliefs, maybe it's differing political beliefs about the way you raise kids or you interact with family, extended family. And these things can cause issues if they're not addressed openly and compassionately. So that could be another thing that's coming up, is if you're not seeing a romantic, any relationship, if you're not seeing a relationship move forward, if it feels stuck, if you're wanting to try to plan something with this person and it's not working, again, it doesn't just have to be romantic. It could be a friend or a family member. It could be that there's a differing belief there that's really holding up the energy, and that really needs to be addressed. Now, it doesn't mean you can't agree to disagree, but we don't want to have that bottled up inside, hidden in there, because that's only going to manifest into more challenging energy as we go on. Good morning out amongst the stars. I love that that username. That's great too. So one of the big things that we are being asked to do to address this challenging energy, where we need to revise our plans, we need to figure out where we have differing plans. So another example they're showing me might be you're planning a trip with somebody, and you want to spend a lot of time researching churches and spiritual things and doing things that are really spiritual, and that person wants to just go sit by the pool and not do those things. Those are the kinds of things you might just want to have a discussion about. Okay, what days are we hanging out by the pool? What days are we going to go to this, this beautiful museum and learn about this history there? And you might even find that having that conversation, you need to totally rearrange the trip and revise it. So that's just a little example there too. And thank you, Rachie or Rocky. How do I say your name? Is it Rachie or Rocky? Thank you for putting that in the comments there below. But they do want you to buckle down and address things. We can't keep turning a blind eye to something that isn't working, and really figure out how can we handle this in a loving and compassionate way that creates unity. Because when there is information that is not being discussed, that is a division. That is a division in the partnership, in the collaboration, in the plans that needs to be addressed, or else it really will bring up more challenges going forward than just going ahead and buckling down and dealing with that right now. So that's a big part of the message I'm seeing for all of us is, where could you go ahead and face an issue and address it and see how you can revise your plans, change things, and move forward. So the next thing coming up that they want to share with you is the way that you have really tried to embrace change. That was a big message I believe we got last week, as well as during some of our journal with me sessions and nature walks. If you were there for those, thank you so much. There's still time to join my 30-day journal with me challenge, because it's the kind of challenge that I'm really challenging myself to show you for 30 days, but you can miss a day if you need to or whatever, or go back and watch it later. There's no need to feel like you have to be there live with me every single day, but they are recorded, and we were getting a lot of messages in those journal with me's around embracing change, and that can be really difficult, and it can also bring up a lot of grief. So that could cause us to avoid these changes, but they want to commend you for looking for ways to just allow your concerns to fade away and trust in that divine timing that they were talking about at the very beginning of this video. And I do see some comments coming through. I will address those in just a moment. And if you do have questions that will benefit everybody, not a personal reading, but a general question, please feel free to also put that in the chat here. I may have to put my reading glasses on to read these messages if I can't zoom in on them. But at the time you're hearing these messages right now, they want you to understand there is an opportunity for you to find a positive resolution to a conflict with another person, or a relationship to a project, or some kind of challenge in your life. So what's the first thing that comes to mind to you in your life right now where you might be able to find a positive resolution if you go ahead and buckle down and address the issue? You might actually find there is a positive resolution to this. And that's what they're encouraging you to think about right now at the time you're hearing these messages. Like I said, they are evergreen, so you could listen to this a month, a year from now. You'll know what that is for you, because that's how efficient your team is. But there is something that if you buckle down and address it, you might actually find a positive resolution. You might have up until this point thought, oh gosh, this is going to turn out badly for everybody. This is not what I wanted. It's happening again, right? You might be in that energy. But by addressing it and really being authentic, and even maybe zeroing in on where you have different viewpoints, that can really help you find that positive resolution. Now, coming up in the near future, there is some type of decision we really need to make. We need to stop procrastinating on getting the information we need, and we really need to do all the research necessary to make sure we're making the best choice for ourselves. So Is there a decision you've been putting off? And that's what the buckle down energy is about. But also exploring what are all of your options. That could be why maybe you need to just go ahead and have this conversation with this person about a trip, about a relationship, about a project, so that you can then move forward to get some information. Stop procrastinating. Go ahead and figure out, what do you need to know to be able to make the best decision for you. That's going to be really powerful, is to look to get the information you need to feel empowered. Now, speaking of personal power, let's do another pocket affirmation here that is customized to your personal power here. If you'd like to write this in the comments below this section: I invest in my heart's wishes daily. I invest in my heart's wishes daily. So again, a reminder, it's not too late to join that journaling challenge where I'm going through my custom book, my custom journal that I've created, available on my website, devondoer.com. It comes with a 4-part webinar. It's got custom templates in here. I'm using this every day in my 30-day journaling challenge. Of course, you don't need this journal. You can use any journal you want. But take the time to invest in your heart's wishes daily. Join me in that journal with me. Like I said, it's been fun. It's more of a study with me where we're journaling together, but then also I do angel messages at the end. So it's fun. And it's so great to say hello to you all and start our day off that way. It's such a positive energy. So that's where you're going to get a lot of positive power. Say, I invest in my heart's wishes daily. Hey, Gina, good to see you here again as well. So let's go into your personal power here. There are things that have come to a temporary pause, and they're wanting you to know you've planted the necessary seeds, but we are still waiting for that divine timing. So if you are waking up in the middle of the night, feeling worried, getting anxious over why aren't things moving forward, then let's go back to that original pocket affirmation, if you need to, about I trust divine timing, and trust that there may be things going on behind the scenes. There may be more information you need to get, or you may need to just buckle down and have that conversation with somebody to get the information you need so that you can make that educated decision. So trust that you planted the seeds you need to. That is the power that you have here, is to trust that everything you've done to this part has been done properly and is safely invested in your future, but you do need to get that information. Stop procrastinating and figure out a way to get the information you need. Now, there are people around you that are wanting to take a long-term approach to things. They're wanting to take their time. So we may need to really we have to have patience with people in our lives or with circumstances in our lives in order to go where we want to go. So this is going to be all about that long-term plans, that 1 year, 5-year outlook, and trust that things will happen in divine timing. That just keeps coming up over and over and over again. But the angels want you to know that those around you that are also taking that patient approach, those are the ones that are meant to be in your life. If you have people that are being rash, that are making quick decisions, they're reacting, not responding, that might be a factor too for you to recognize that behavior and realize maybe these aren't the people to collaborate with. These aren't the people I'm meant to have in my life long term. It could also have to do with where you work, where you live. So look around to see what's affecting you the most right now when it comes to making your long-term plans. And is there a way that you can make plans to gradually move out of that energy? And that is something that's going to require a lot of patience. So again, an easy example would be, you know you're not happy in your job. You know you don't want to be there a year from now, but we don't want to just run out and quit our job, right? We want to make plans to move. Or same with actually moving your home, or even in a relationship, just looking to see like what is the most loving and compassionate way for me to move on from this collaboration, this romantic relationship, this family dynamic that's no longer serving me. And I'm also hearing that for some of this could have to do with your own business, where again, you're like, when am I finally going to see a big jump in my success with this? And that's where they want you to really empower yourself to not only have patience, but address the things that need to be addressed, get the information you need, and start planning for the long term. Because this energy is so chaotic right now that we have to let some of the dust settle. We do need to get clear on some of the information, but that's how you can feel like you're moving forward, even if you're not actually moving a project or relationship forward. You can feel like it's moving forward by simply getting the information, addressing the issue, and beginning to understand what are your options here. So it's going to be important that if you have that patience, that you stay open and aware for new opportunities coming through, and also remaining really authentic in that opportunity. So instead of, jumping to say yes to something, pausing and thinking, asking yourself, asking your heart, do I feel like I can really be authentic if I take this opportunity? So maybe it's a job offer, maybe it's an offer to go out on a date with somebody, and they don't know what your spiritual beliefs are, or they don't know what your background is and how you approach relationships or what you're looking for. Just pausing and making sure that you feel like you can be authentic as you move forward. And that's what we tend to see when people get really excited because they get a job opportunity, or they get invited to an event and they jump to say yes to it. And then the more that the time goes on, they begin to realize, actually, I'm not really getting to shine in the way that I really want to shine. And I didn't really think this through carefully. So that's a big thing to keep in mind too, because somebody might call you up and offer you something like an invitation or to join in something. And what comes through first is that excitement of being seen and being offered the opportunity, instead of realizing maybe they have a motive that you're not aware of. So just slowing down and making sure that you can be very authentic with that will be really powerful. So again, I will answer your questions before we get to the bonus message here, but I do have another pocket affirmation for you to affirm this energy before we wrap up the detailed guidance. Quick reminder, if you haven't already, please sign up for my free newsletter at devindoer.com to get my gift for you, which is my ebook, Is It a Sign? How to Recognize Signs and Discover Their Meaning. And on Friday, I released a new freebie for you. I've already released a full moon angel card spread, a new moon angel card spread, but I also released my prayer protection in 3 versions of a wallpaper you can put right on your phone, so you always have the prayer protection I use to connect with the angels anytime you want on your phone. If you don't want it as a wallpaper on your phone, you can simply just download it and you have it there. You can write it in your journal, you can print it out, whatever you would like for you. Just go check out my website, devindoer.com. And like I said, you can sign up for my free newsletter there. Now, as I said earlier, when we were talking about the people around us, it is going to be important that we're paying attention to the energy around us. And here's your pocket affirmation to affirm some of the guidance that's coming up for you now. I boldly protect my creations. If you want to write that in the comments below this video, I boldly protect my creations. And the reason I was getting this guidance, and I will be giving you a journaling prompt and pocket affirmation, a journaling prompt in your bonus message here in a minute. But I wanted you to use that affirmation, I boldly protect my creations, because another thing that's coming up in the external factors is, especially with people around you, is people who are trying to cause self-doubt in you, people who are projecting on you. And that's going to be really important that you're watching out for those who are hurting right now, and they don't even realize they're projecting their own pain or their own lack of self-confidence onto you. And so the guidance here is, if you do recognize that that is going on for you, take the time you need to heal with that. Maybe find a way to really engage in forgiveness for yourself, for being in that situation, or for longer than you needed to be, or for allowing that to happen. But don't give up on what you've created. That's going to be the key there. You need to really believe in your projects and what you've created. And so that's why I felt like that would be a super powerful pocket affirmation there. I boldly protect my creations, if you want to write that below. If you haven't already, please make sure to hit the like button, share this video with anybody it resonates with it, and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. All right, let's do the journaling prompts before I get to any questions you might have and your bonus message today. By the way, I do have my live this Wednesday where we're going to talk about lucid dreaming, one of my favorite topics and things to do. It's really great for advancing your intuitive abilities, but also great for a lot of other things. So we're going to talk about that. I can't remember what I titled it. Did I say 5 reasons to lucid dream? We're going to talk about it, and we'll talk about some tips and things like that. But make sure you do hit the notify button on me. It's on that video, so you'll know when I go live, which is usually 12 Eastern, 11 Central, 9 Pacific on Wednesdays. Next week it will be earlier, but this week it's the normal time, and we'll be talking about other fun topics every Wednesday there. Last week we talked about 5 ways your passed away loved ones communicate with you, and that was a really valuable one. So we're always doing a topic there for that. And let's get into your journaling prompt. Like I said, you can grab your book of evidence or you can create your own, but I highly encourage you to use these journaling prompts to go deeper with these messages I'm sharing with you here. And I do have that bonus message for you after I answer your questions, if there are any in the chat. If there's not, that's okay. So your journaling prompt for this guidance is, what is one thing I can do now to bring me confidence that my investments are protected? What is one thing that I can do now to bring me confidence that my investments are protected? So one thing you could do is go watch others who have come before you, see what they did to protect their investments, and see if there's something that you could add to that work. And sometimes the protection is that daily journaling, that daily affirmation, that daily connection with the angels, just trusting the divine timing, like we said. But other ways, it's good to just be reminded that success really usually does not happen overnight. That's pretty rare. When you dig into people's origin stories that are highly successful, they were doing what they were doing for many, many years, or at least putting a lot of energy into that idea for a long time before there was actual success there. So that can also help you have confidence that you are on the right track because you are continuing to go. You are continuing to trust in divine timing and have that protection, and protecting your authenticity too, I feel would be really profitable. So that's what we were calling it, profitable. The topic, and I can't even remember what I titled the video today. I did it last week, but basically it was the idea that if you're waiting for something to be profitable in your life, whether it's a romantic relationship, a business project, an investment, whatever, they want you to trust in the divine timing. Just make sure you're addressing the things you need to address, and make sure that you're getting the information you need, and then having that patience, doing that long-term planning. So let me just check in the comments here and see if we had any questions to answer before I head over to the bonus question for you. Let's see, did anybody have any questions here? Thank you everybody for putting the pocket affirmations in there. Love it. I love it. Oh, thank you, Diana, out amongst the stars. I appreciate it. Hello. Hello, everybody. Thank you for saying hi and here. It makes me so excited to connect with you this way. It looks like we mostly have affirmations. Okay, wonderful. Well, again, tomorrow I have my live with Justin Speller. We're going to be talking about this election energy, and he's going to talk about the divine protection in the Constitution, how he really has studied that and tapped into it. I'm going to be asking him questions about how he feels we can best handle this election energy. So that's going to be at 3 Eastern, 2 Central tomorrow. That was the best time for Justin. We'll be going live right here on my channel. It's already scheduled, so all you have to do is hit that notify me button so you'll know when we go live. All right, I love it. So let's get to your bonus message before we wrap up on this glorious Monday. Thank you all for being here. The bonus message for you is, for more confidence in your investments, that your seeds are well planted, work with other talented people and make them part of your team. They will see your high quality work and all will benefit from working together. So remember that message earlier about being able to be authentic in any type of collaboration. Even a romantic partnership is a collaboration, a form of it, right? Can you really feel authentic in anything that you are doing? And if you are not feeling that, there's probably another talented person waiting for you to call them into your team to see your high quality work, and you all get to benefit together, right? It becomes a win-win. All right, that was such a great message to end this on. Thank you all for being here. And remember, take time every day to connect with the angels. Bye, everybody.